Hello, first grade. This is your math class for Tuesday, December 8, 2020. You will need your lesson 4.6, a yellow and red colored pencil or crayon, a regular pencil for today's lesson. Please make sure you have your lesson 4.6, a yellow and red crayon or colored pencil, and your regular pencil. You may pause the video here if you need to get your supplies together, and then press play when you're ready to begin. All right, let's get warmed up today by counting. We're going to be doing some counting on our hundreds chart. If you have your hundreds chart, that small sticker hundreds chart that I sent home last week, you can use that or just follow along on my hundreds chart here. Let's count by fives to get us warmed up. Here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Now let's count by twos to 50. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. Good. Let's move on to our next hundreds chart. My next hundred chart goes from 101 to 200. Let's choose a column, maybe my 107 column. We're going to read all the numbers in my 107 column. So we will be counting by tens, won't we? Anytime we count in a column, we are counting by tens. Please read the numbers with me. 107, 117, 127, 137, 147, 157, 167, 177, 187, 197. Now we're going to count by ones by counting across one of the rows. Whenever we count in a row, we're counting by ones. Let's choose 181. Let's read this row, counting by ones. Here we go. 181, 182, 183, 184, 185, 186, 187, 188, 189, 190. Good job. Let's move on to our last hundreds chart. My last hundreds chart goes from 201 all the way up to 300. Let's count by tens in the 210 column. Here we go. 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270, 280, 290, 300. Now let's count in the 211 row. So we're going to be counting by ones. Here we go. 211, 212, 213, 214, 215, 216, 217, 218, 219, 220. Good job. It's fun to practice our counting, isn't it? All right, let's get our lesson out for today. Lesson 4.6. Let's get our name on our paper first thing. -8-20. Lesson 4.6. Please read with me. Problem solving. Use subtraction strategies. Essential question. How can acting out a problem help you solve the problem? Well, that's easy. I can already answer that. When we act out a problem, draw a model, or make a picture, it helps us see the numbers on paper. And that way we can have a better chance of solving a problem or an equation if we can see it in a model or a picture. Let's read this story about Kyle as we practice today. Kyle had 13 hats. He gave 5 hats to Jake. How many hats does Kyle have now? What do I need to find? How many what? Hats, that's right. It's always important to think about what information is important here. Hats. What information do I need to use? I need to use my important numbers 13 and 5. Kyle had 13 hats. Kyle gave 5 to Jake. Now that we have our information on our paper, let's go ahead and do steps 1 and 2. We're going to be trying to solve for 13 minus 5. So in step 1, let's model the number 13. There's 10, 11, 12, 13. In step 1, how do I get from 13 down to 10? That's right, I subtract 3, don't I? So let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now that I subtracted 3, but I still haven't subtracted that 5, have I? So here I have 13 minus 3. That will get me down to that 10, but how do I get down? How many more do I have to subtract over here to make sure I have subtracted that whole 5? So minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Now I've subtracted 5, haven't I? How many more did I have to subtract in step 2? Yes, I had to subtract 2 more, so I'm going to write minus 2 more. So in step 1, I subtracted 3 to get me down to that 10. But don't forget, you still have to subtract that 2. What is 8 minus 2? I'm sorry, 10 minus 2? It's 8. Kyle has 8 hats left. Go ahead and model your picture just like Mrs. Trana's. All right, let's move on. Let's try another problem. Act it out to solve. Draw to show your work. Remember, what do I need to find and what information do I need to use? Please read the story with me. The girl's name is Heather. Heather has 14 crackers. Some crackers are broken. 8 crackers are not broken. How many crackers are broken? Well, looking down here, they've started the problem for us, haven't they? 14's important. Some means I don't know, and then 8 at the end. So of course down here, 14 minus some equals 8. How do we find out what that number is? Well, let's model it first. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and do what we know. 8 are left at the end, so let's go ahead and do 8 red counters. That's how many crackers we know she ended with, or that are not broken. Now let's add our yellow. We need to get from 8 to 14. So starting with 8, let's count on to 14. Ready? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I thought I broke my pencil, 14. There. How many crackers broke? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 14 minus 6 equals 8. How many crackers are broken? 6. There we go. Go ahead and make sure your picture looks like Mrs. Trana's. All right, let's move on. Share and show. Act it out to solve, draw to show your work. The boy's name in number 2 is Phil. Let's read that together. Phil had some stickers. He lost 7 stickers. Now he has 9 stickers. How many stickers did Phil start with? Well, the important information is the stickers. He started with some, which means we don't know. Then he lost 7, so minus 7. Now he has 9 stickers, 9 at the end. How do we figure out how many he started with? Any suggestions? I would say let's use addition to help solve for subtraction. Let's do 9 plus 7 equals what? So we have to think fact families. So 9 plus 7 equals what? Can you figure that out? Well, let's take away 1 here so we can add it over here. Now this makes a 10, and over here is a 6. So what's 10 plus 6? 16. 16 minus 7 equals 9. Phil started with 16 stickers. We used addition to help us solve for subtraction. Number 3. Hillary has 9 dolls. Abby has 15 dolls. How many fewer dolls does Hillary have than Abby? So they want to know the difference between Hillary and Abby. Whenever they're asking for the difference, it will be a what? A subtraction sentence. The answer will be the difference between the 2 girls. 15 minus 9. How do we figure that out, friends? What's a strategy that we can use? We have to find out how many fewer dolls Hillary has. How can we do that? We could use a number line and hop back 9. Could we use addition? 9 plus what will give me 15? Let's start with 9 and see how many it takes us to get to 15. Here we go. Say 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And if I get one more finger in there, 16. I'm sorry, 15. Mrs. Tranter ran out of hands. Let's try it again. That was a terrible example. Let's try it again. We're going to start with 9 to 15. Say 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. How many fingers do I have? 6. So 9 plus 6 gives me that 15. Now I know I can use this addition sentence to help me solve for my subtraction. So 15 minus 9 equals 6. Hillary has 6 fewer dolls. Boy, Mrs. Tran, I had a big mess there, didn't I? I needed lots more fingers. It's hard to hold my camera. Number 4. Sid had 12 pennies. He tossed some into a fountain. He has 5 left. How many pennies did he toss in the fountain? We started with 12. He tossed some into the fountain. We don't know that number. And he ended with 5. We need to figure out how many he tossed into the fountain. 12 minus what equals 5? Let's use addition to help us solve for subtraction. Here we go. Let's do 5 plus what will give me 12. Let's count from 5 up to 12. Are you ready? I'm going to put my camera down this time. Be smart. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What's my number? 7. Good. 5 plus 7 equals 12, so 12 minus 7 equals 5. Sid tossed 7 pennies. Good. Let's go on to number 5. Cammie has 13 apples. Read it with me. Some are green and some are red. She has 8 red apples. How many apples are green? 13's important. Some are green and 8 are red. Always remember to circle your important information. So 13 altogether. Some are green. We know 8 are red. How do we get from 13 minus blank equals 8? Can we use addition? We can. 8 plus what equals 13? Aren't those fact families important now? You can see how they really help us solve, don't they? 8 plus what gives me 13?